Hey guys, welcome back. Beast here, and we're looking at the Celestron ThermoTrek. This little guy is not a battery charger for your cell phone like a lot of my reviews have been lately. It's actually a USB hand warmer, so it's a battery powered hand warmer. It's a pretty neat design. My goal was to try to see if I could get away from packing an entire Ziploc bags and cases of hand warmers when I work in the Arctic and Antarctic regions. This little guy here is 4,400 milliamps. It's supposed to get about 6 hours. I generally get 4 to 5 out of a full charge. It does take a while to charge. It's got some silicone end caps on here, which don't really want to stay on. And of course, you got the ports right here. See if we can focus on it. There you are. USB in, on and off button, charge button, and an indicator button. And so that's turned on, and we'll go through some testing in a little bit. My own testing, I really like it. I have had, you can see there's a little kind of a push button, so you can have the silicone end piece on here and still activate it. However, you don't know, you can't see the light if it's on, so you still have to kind of peek to make sure it's on. And a couple times I've had it accidentally pushed in my bag. So I generally just try to stuff something in here so it doesn't accidentally turn on, so that when you actually need it, it's still charged. There's the model number, ThermoTrek, made in China, of course. Neat little product. Worked very well. Let's cut to a quick test that I did with some hand warmers, and then we'll come back. All right, comparing to the sort of normal brands that you're going to catch around here, the Grabbers and the Little Hotties. These are both still plenty within their warranty issues. So I'm going to place these up there. That's the Little Hotties. And let's open the Grabbers here. The Grabbers we will put to the left, and let's kick this guy on here. And of course, these always take a few minutes to warm up. So right now they're reading nothing. Let's see, this one was actually in the garage. That's reading 71. Those are 64. Those are 70-ish. So let's give them 10 minutes, and we'll come back and take their temp. All right, 10 minutes have gone by. Those are warm. Those are warm. That is really warm, actually. All right, so on digital temperature here. There's 120. Let me swap to manual focus just so we can. There we go. So 122 at the center. 106. Kind of moving around here. Now 120 at the edges. The Little Hotties getting 134 at a couple spots. Almost as hot. 120, I guess, is the hottest I got there. And then let's do the Celestron, which you can't really read while I do it. It's interesting because the Celestron feels hotter. There's 110-ish. So it's getting there. Now, obviously, you have to kind of shake these to even them out. As you guys know, yeah, that one's getting a little bit warmer. I do notice these are quite a bit thinner than the Little Hotties. Seem to have a little bit more poof to them. Just an observation. And then the Celestron, pretty warm. I'm going to go ahead and put the timer back to an hour, and again, we'll just check them on an hourly basis. I do have my window open. It's only about 40-some degrees out today, but it's a lovely day. The sun's out. Alright guys, very scientific. We're about 4 hours in, and I can tell you that I think the packs are dead. They don't feel warm to the touch at all. And you're getting 70, 72, 76. Yeah, I think these are basically dead now. So no matter what the package says, we all know that these don't really work up to the 6 hours or whatever they're stated. They also don't work that great when you get them shoved into a pocket with like less oxygen in them. And then one of the reasons I don't prefer them is simply because if you get them wet, then they don't work very well. And I work in a highly moisture-rich environment of the ocean. Here, this guy, still kicking at 110. I believe it goes anywhere from 4 to 6 hours. There's no high or low. That is nice and warm, actually. It feels great. So we're going to get rid of these guys, and maybe I'll keep the timer going and just see how long this thing takes to kick off. All right, guys, came in here and my 5-hour alarm just went off. Came in and checked it, and it was off. So somewhere between 4 and 5 on a full charge is what you're getting. I've never run it all the way out. I just used it, you know, an hour or two at a time. Warm up the hands, then I turn it back off. All right, so as you saw, it did very well. Very consistent heat, 4 to 5 hours, right at that 108, 110 degree mark. And it, again, like I said, it just holds its heat for that entire period. Where most of you, if you guys have used these type of warmers, you know that they take a little while to get warm. They are oxygen dependent, so you shove them in a glove, you shove them in your boots, and you know you can kind of feel the warmth for a little bit, and then they quickly die. And as that test showed, even these guys that are still within their expiration date really aren't holding up to their advertised 6+ hours air activated. The downside with the Celestron is you are not really going to be able to shove this in your boot. You're not going to be able to put it in your gloves and still function. You know, it's quite thick and heavy. But if you have it in a pocket or like a sweatshirt, it keeps this in there, and as a hand warmer pocket, it works great. I see this as replacing some of the butane, like Zippo models that are out there that take a liquid fuel. And all the little hand warmer guys, as long as you're not trying to shove them in a jacket or like a glove liner or in your boots, it obviously isn't going to replace that. But this thing has replaced me packing a ton of these guys. It takes about the same amount of time to kind of warm up. Takes a good few minutes to kind of come up to heat, and then it just holds that consistent heat. Where you saw with these guys, once they come up to temp, they're pretty hot for a little while, and then they just dive straight down. The liquid ones are great. However, when I'm traveling on the plane, I'm not going to carry liquid fuels with me, and that's kind of a pain to try to find a store, as I'm traveling to do that. So this has worked very well. I'll put a link down below. I believe I got it as like $25. They do have a couple other models that I do believe also have USB charging abilities for like your phone. One had like a light and a blinky thing on it. That was a little bit too much. My only kind of complaint, you can see I try to glue this on. This is not factory glue. The end caps don't really like to stay on, and I wish there was a more positive switch for on and off so it didn't accidentally get activated. Give you guys size comparison here. Here's 2 AA's. As you can see, it's about not quite 2 AA lengths. Maybe with the rubber caps it definitely is. And then a couple AA's wide. Very small form factor. Neat little product. I think it's got a little bit room for improvement. I did see that there's a couple other companies making these. However, this is kind of a well-known company, so I trust their electronics, I guess, a little bit more, at least their quality control. I've had 0 issues with this. And obviously we're going into summertime, but a lot of this sort of stuff goes on sale now, and it's a good time to get prepped up for the cold season. But interesting little product, and I definitely think it's a little more environmentally friendly than carrying cases and cases of these disposable ones around, as long as you don't need to hide it in a little crevice and keep your hands warm inside liners or in your boots. But that's what they made heated gear for your motorcycles. So anyway, this is Beast with the Celestron ThermoTrek. Well, guys, catch you on down the road.